I upload a lot of videos. I aim to have one game up on YouTube a day. And since I've been doing this for so long, that's a lot of games. And so games that 3 years ago I felt like were top tier might just be normal now. And so it becomes the challenge to find unique games to send to YouTube because this game is so complex. However, many people play it the same way. And I found one. And we have Kapoch here. Kapoch is in the green. Kapoch, an Argentinian player who I'll talk about in a bit, is using Lithuanians to go for the Insta-Drush. With no other civ can you do this, but because Lithuanians start with plus 150 food, you can build a barracks and a house at the start, you can start making militia, and have militia out to attack the enemy before they even have a lumber camp. I know, it's crazy. And up against Kapoch, we have Song Song, a player who I'll also talk a lot about, and a player you'll see a lot on YouTube over the next few weeks. And rightly so, Song Song is going to play this just like Kapoch will, very serious, like it's a tournament, try and get that win. And Song Song already stealing a sheep. Song Song will also head over here and think about stealing one of those boars. Song Song's Mongol, so the bonus there would be scouting bonus, which he's already getting use out of, and hunt bonus, which will take use out of if you steal the boar, and doink doink. And there goes Song Song off stealing 340 food. No hesitation whatsoever. Let's check up on this drush. We are 3 minutes into this video. I can't say, hi, how you doing, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. No, I can't do it because this is so aggressive. And Kapoch is just looking for the enemy at this point, looking to see where is this wood line, where can I attack? Kapoch sees a boar, loses some scout HP to the town center. And wait a second, this is one way to do it. Bring the boar to the hill and use the drush to kill the boar. Not the first time I've seen this, but when military kills a boar like this, what happens is the boar just dies. If villagers kill it, you can eat it. But if units kill it, then it dies. So here comes Song Song. And Song Song, who truthfully was already stealing a boar. So if you consider that bad or cheap, Song Song is that person as well. And Song Song's like, wait a second, I thought I had a boar there. What on earth is happening? So Song Song's stealing the boar from Kapoch. And Kapoch is now trying to use the militia to kill the villagers that aren't loomed. The town center garrisons all but kills that militia. And now this boar is going to end up being Song Song. So I suppose in the end, while there's still resources out here to find, maybe Song Song is better off because Song Song has 2 boars. And that leaves Kapoch with just 1. Now Kapoch, you have to chop straggler trees when you build the barracks this early because you don't start with that much wood. So chop the stragglers for a while to now get a lumber camp. Now has some decisions to make. It does have a slightly higher HP scout and is chasing Song Song's scout. Song Song will probably try and gain the hill. I have things I want to say and bring up to you guys, but I can't do it yet because this is so crazy. But yeah, I saw this and I said, this needs to go to YouTube. And actually, Song Song making some bigger mistakes there because he could have used the hill. Now 13 HP versus 19 HP. Okay, so I think things have slowed down a bit. We've seen a boar stolen. We've seen a boar killed by military. We've seen boars killed by villagers and eaten. It's sad, but it's life in Age of Empires. I want to talk about Song Song for a moment because Song Song is, I think, currently ranked top 30-ish, top 40th. I don't know, actually, because I didn't look at the specifics. Oh, the militia died to a lion. What the? The militia died to a lion. Okay, so we've had the boars and the lions getting in on this. What a unique game. But yeah, anywho, Song Song, he played a lot a few years ago back in the Voobly days, and he was known as Kutazoa. I'd be surprised if most of you knew him. And he then changed his name to Song Song, then stopped playing for a while, and recently started playing, and he's actually playing amazing. He's in the 2v2 World Cup with Bad Boy, another Vietnamese player. And I'm actually in his group. We already played Vietnam B in the group stage and lost. And if we beat Czech Republic and then Vietnam loses to Norway, we'll actually be facing these players again. But while it's terrifying to play against him, because I can see what he's capable of, it is really fun to watch him. I'll admit that much. And Song Song, at this point, I think just assumes, well, Kapoch he's probably going to wall. He doesn't know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to build a mill out here, hunt more, and turn this into some type of a little fast castle. And if you look at the walls, there's a gold here, there's a stone here for Song Song, which is all he'd ever wanted to start. And the only villagers that are really exposed right now would be these 4. Song Song, because he's so lame heavy in stealing and because he's such an aggressive player, it actually turns out being very interesting with his games. He's got a game against Huang, which will be on YouTube. I don't know the order of upload here. There's castle drop games all over the place with this player. It's like he can play standard, but in 1v1s, he thinks it's better if he goes very aggressive, which if you watch competitive games, you probably get used to players playing the meta versus the meta. Yeah, he's not really that type of guy. So I like him a lot. And Capoch is a guy who was gone for 15 years from our game, left when he was near the top, and then, you know, has bounced back to be within the top as well. And so certainly Capoch, this is one of 4 accounts in the top 50, right? He is no slouch. So if you've never seen Song Song before, I think I've had a few uploads with him. I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope you'll enjoy the future uploads. Now, going forward, I think that Lithuanians can be very competitive against the Mongols. If Lithuanians lock down their base, they have the faster skirmishers to counter Mangadai. They have the knights. They have the faster working monasteries. If relics are collected, you get +1 attack per relic on those calves. So both players turned a very aggressive Dark Age into a fast castle. I think Capoch kind of had to do so. I think it was Song Song realizing that Capoch couldn't go fast feudal attack after only taking 1 boar. But Song Song with good game sense just decided to fast castle as well. And Song Song, actually, this is funny. Song Song says no with the taunt because Capoch was looking to get the fight. And then Capoch says yes. And Capoch actually gets the kill. So I guess the answer truly is yes. Very rare you see players milling deer on open maps. It's very rare you see boars dying to militia, militia dying to lions. I do a lot of research on games. I look at, I'd say for every 1 game I upload to YouTube, I probably watch 20 to 30, whether that's on streams or in recorded games. And I try and do this a couple times a month for you guys because I understand while you might like the content that comes over from Twitch, truthfully, streaming experience is very different from a dedicated YouTube cast experience. So, Stable, and then Blacksmith for Song Song. It was actually on this night I was watching Song Song stream on Twitch, and I couldn't sleep until 6 a.m. So it probably didn't help me to continue to watch streams. But yeah, I couldn't fall asleep, so I just watched the stream for like 4 hours. And watched him do a bunch of crazy stuff. So had that and a few other games recommended from some viewers. Song Song's resources are at the top left. The resources for Capoch are at the top right, if you didn't pick up on that. It's also at the bottom right. And also there's other stats here like idle eco. That's be idle villagers and then idle town center. I think for now we might keep it at... Well, I mean, I would guess we don't need the resources there. Might as well just leave that up throughout the rest of the game. Still getting used to this version of this casting program. Okay, now think about it. Of all the top players you've seen, what are they doing with their castles? With Mongols? Or most civilizations? They build it at home, and then they boom. They boom and make their ideal unit. Mongols, if you get to Mangadai, you can win games. It's the hardest unit to get to. You need so many upgrades. Very rarely are you going to be in a position to make a castle in early Castle Age with Mongols and get away with it. But Song Song's not the type of player to just stay at home. This is what I like about Song Song in 1v1s. Song Song, he sees the forward golds, and Song Song says, you know what? This is an invitation. This is an invitation for aggression. And just like the game started, the game's going to get very crazy and messy from here. Now, there's downsides to forward castles. The huge upside is that you deny resources and maybe make the opposition panic. I think at lower levels to mid-levels, certainly castle drops make people panic more. Like they'll end games at lower levels. But at higher levels, players have more patience and can see the situation for what it is and then counterattack, right? You're exposed at home to some type of counterattack if you don't have a defensive castle. One of the best ways to counter it. Here's not Song Sung, sorry, Kapotch is scouting. I think he's scouting for the relics because he knows how important that can be for Lithuanians. So he's thinking, I've got gold, I've got stone, I've got wood. He's got 2 ranges, and he's going for the crossbow upgrade and sending his archers forward. Now, he might have been able to somehow spot that the villagers were on stone. If you try and build something there, you can tell if stone's being mined, if you've scouted it. And look at this. Song Song's not dropping the castle here. He wants a castle that's immediately effective. So Song Song will drop the castle. There's Doubt's little face. And he's going to drop the castle right next to the main gold of Kapotch, which is going to ask some real questions of Kapotch. Because Kapotch is going to need to go to another gold if Mangudai run this way. So yeah, the scout noticed it. Or scouted it, and Kapotch noticed it. And now he's going to make a move out here. Has the wood and has the stone to town center these 2 golds. Now look at the way Song Song is treating this game at the moment. He sees the villagers are on the way out because he had the scout around. He knows the golds are there. At home, of course, just palisades. Nothing too crazy for him. The crossbows are here. He has to worry about that one. And there's also crossbows, at home for Kapotch. But I also like how Song Song made some knights here. Because without the knights, then the crossbows could have pushed out. So just enough to be annoying. Look back over here. You see a tower now for Song Song. That tower is very necessary, and it will make Kapotch think twice about running in. Gold can still be mined, but Kapotch cannot comfortably place a town center out here right now. So yes, the relics will matter for Lithuanians, but is that going to be a possibility? Yeah, it's funny how you can see the villagers there from Kapotch's point of view. The villagers are just hanging out here, and Song Song's like, no, my gold. So he's not adding the second town center at home. He's going to add towers at home, and this is full aggression. He can't afford Bodkin Arrow. He only has fletching on the Mangudai, but he can use some mobility, and so Kapotch probably wasn't expecting the villagers to come forward, because no one at the high level does it nowadays. It's not part of the meta. And so it surprised him, and we'll see if he's able to climb his way out of this hole. Economically, realistically, he can climb his way out of this hole, right? He's got decent farms. He's still got villagers back here, but fast players, aggressive players, map control style players like Song Song are going to immediately recognize when they can hit an exposed area. And just like this, after Song Song saw the crossbows in the town center, he switches sides and kills what will be 4 villagers, and then just runs away. Also adding the siege workshop. Man, these villagers are idle. You can see the idle time stacking up here. So many idle villagers. And now Kapotch really needs to get the Bodkin Arrow upgrade, but it's going to force a town center down here. And has a town center here as well. So it's 3 TCs. Probably more villagers soon for Kapotch. Song Song yet again sees the crossbows. Maybe thought they were doubling back. Now runs in. Sees the crossbows again and will run back. And actually not a very good situation with the pathing there. Knight goes down and Mangudai goes down. But a Mangonel is on the way. Now let's give an update on Song Song's eco. Look at this. Look at this eco. It's not pretty. In fact, if I could figure out... there's a hotkey to show the eco upgrades. I think Kapotch has better eco upgrades too. Still also on stone. A lot of players switch off of stone to go for wood and then food for, economy. But Song Song's thinking, I need to deny the golds. If I deny the golds, I can actually win this game. Who cares about eco? Song Song actually has one more villager, which is an interesting stat. Just because you have TCs doesn't mean you're going to have villagers. And good micro there from Kapotch to dodge that Mangonel shot. But perhaps a sign of things to come, as Kapotch is very much on the back foot here. Adding a siege workshop, loses a villager building that. Garrisons again. Such extreme focus needed here as the TCs are pumping out vills. Siege workshop goes up for Kapotch, so he got away with that one. But now can he defend with the Mangonels? There's certainly enough crossbows where if the upgrades come in, they can focus down low numbers of Mangudai. Neither player has Bodkin Arrow. There's enough villagers on wood. There's enough villagers on stone. All these resources are good for Kapotch. It's just he needs to have at worst 1-for-1 Mangonel trades against Song Song, because Song Song already has the edge with the numbers. Song Song's forward villagers want to drop a castle here. He's such a bold player. So excited to play against him again, potentially. Unless we just get destroyed. And, oh, big shots here. Weak crossbows. Song Song micro, and Kepoch deleted. Oh, that's a tilter right there. I'll tell you why he deleted in a second, if you didn't already know. But that means that castle is likely going to go up, and these crossbows are struggling, and they really have struggled to do anything. I mean, the spearmen! Holy cow! What? Those spearmen killed virtually everything there. They've accomplished more than the crossbows did. But yeah, with that castle right there, Song Song has pretty much denied all the golds, and then this stone from the enemy. 49 villagers versus 53, but whatever. 4 or 5 villagers when the enemy can't take crucial resources. And look at the economy for Song Song. It's just the same as when we left it, with just a few more villagers. Yeah, so to explain the delete thing, it's one of those, it's not a bug, it's a feature style things. Wow, Song Song just took out his own Mangonel, but in Age of Empires, there's hill advantage and there's hill disadvantage. So if you're at the bottom of a hill firing uphill, they receive 25% less damage from your shot. If you delete your Mangonel while firing uphill, it does normal damage because the game forgets it was at the bottom of a hill, basically. So Kepoch he realized that with one shot, and this is good redemption for him, and good reaction now from Song Song. In that moment earlier, he realized that with one direct hit, without deleting the Mangonel, it wouldn't be enough to take out the 2. He was hoping to take out 2 while deleting 1. That makes sense. 1-for-1 here, but this TC's slowly melting, and Song Song pretty much knows now he's got to go to the left side. So let's keep an eye on that with my Mangadai. This TC is getting shot down. This TC is getting Mangonel down. Kepoch has even more villagers than he did before as far as the lead goes. And he's actually expanded over to this gold. Wow. All right. And Song Song didn't scout that one. That's an extra gold. And also Kepoch with this sneaky crossbow. I like the idea, but unfortunately just not far enough away. A third castle from Song Song. So think about what we've seen in this game. We've seen boars go down. We've seen castle drops. We've seen lions get kills. We've seen a lot. And I think Kepoch sent his units out of here earlier for something. And now he's trying to send them out, but the Mangadai arrive. He's really under pressure right now. You can maybe push down 1 castle. You know what? I'll even give you 2. You can maybe push down 2 castles with rams. But you won't have rams if you don't have a lot of gold. Song Song's micro was sick there yet again, and you cannot push 3 castles. There's no way. The only way would be an imp with trebs and somehow have protection for those trebuchets. 1 TC eaten. 2 TC. 3 town centers eaten. Anytime I mention eating TCs, people's mind immediately wanders over to the player Huang, who picks Celts and tries to smash TCs with the Celt Siege. And not tries. Oh, he does. I actually have a game where these two played each other. It's really crazy. I'm not sure what the title will be yet, but it's one of the crazier games you'll see. I need to find another way to say that because I've said, oh, it's one of the best games ever for so long, but seriously, just wait for it. Look at my uploads over the next week and just wait for it. It is incredible. So that's 3 castles. Kepoch only has 4 on food now. He's had to relocate so many of his farms. And I think Song Song might be wondering, why hasn't he resigned yet? Why? How does he have a chance? And now realizes, oh, shoot, he's found that gold. That's not good. 60 villagers for Song Song, 72 for Kepoch. There is a second TC at home finally for Song Song. These villagers are going to run over here to drop a TC on a stone and a wood line. Mangonels and Mangadai can't really be countered by anything except for good Mangonel trades and good crossbow micro from Kepoch. In theory, the crossbows with upgrades and numbers could take out the Mangadai, and then the siege that Kepoch has can take out the Mangonels. But also, Song Song's Mangonels can kill everything in that composition. And now he's got good upgrades, too. He has Bodkin Arrow, unlike Kepoch. He has bloodlines. He has armor even. So this unit is so much stronger than a crossbow. Crossbow is only 35 HP. I mean, good move from Kapotch to make use of the extra resources. Otherwise, this game would be truly over. And he's definitely not one to give up early. I always like that in pros. And boom! Big shot there. But this could be the 4th town center gone down soon in a second. I mean, how do you address this? This castle stabilizes this area of your eco. He's trying to reboom over here. Still has 12 more villagers, but you need an answer to the Mangonels. I guess the answer would have been to drop a castle next to the town center, but that could have been denied. Kapotch is getting a lead skirm now to the only archer range that's remaining. Seems like Kapotch has spent most of his time scrambling to expand. Has not been able to get enough out there to defend from this. And you see the score lead growing. Song Song sees more villagers and will take more villagers, which might lead to a very good situation for Song Song, where the town centers are producing from home. And, yep, and then you've got more military, and that normally equals game over. What a game! I think if Song Song wouldn't have lamed the boar from Kapotch, then Kapotch's boar kill would have mattered a lot more, because it ended up being 2 boars for the Mongol player and 1 for the Lithuanian player. Not to mention the downside of spending more food at the start of the game and not getting your lumber camp up if you're in Kapotch's position. But my goodness, the understanding to realize Kapotch is going to go fast castle. So why don't I just do the same and drop a castle on him because he won't have military? The understanding to do that when the meta is very much against that is amazing. The balls to drop it where he can see it is amazing. And then the commitment to stay 1 TC, turn that into Mangonel, Mangudai, 3 forward castles, and then eat 4 TCs is also incredible. Like, this is such a good game. And maybe a game where I don't know if I could say that a regular player could relate because of the amount of skill you need to play it like he did. But maybe you guys can relate, like, oh, okay, castle drops are really strong at high levels too. That all stems back to the scouting, and what a unique game. They actually played again after this, and I won't be casting that game, but Song Song beat Kapotch again. Kapotch was the guy who beat MBL in the Red Bull tournament, made it into the top 16 there. I mean, we might be seeing more of Song Song. And like I said, he's also looking good for Vietnam B in the 2v2 World Cup. I actually play him in a few days, so that'll be fun. All right, here's the statistics. What am I talking about? I don't play him in a few days. We have to beat Czech Republic B first. And then if Norway beats Vietnam B, then we face them again for the decider match. Watch Czech Republic B just totally smash US. And, you know, that comment right there coming back to bite me. But more stone collected, more gold collected for Song Song. And great map control. He didn't have the scouting because that one scout that eventually died for Kapotch was an auto scout. And he was looking to scout for the relics, but still. Less eco. Less eco. The timeline doesn't show it, but way more map control. What a game. So as always, guys, it's going to be a busy month and a half for me. You know, the holidays are coming up. We have the 2v2 World Cup that goes to the weekend before Christmas. I go through these stages sometimes where I do too much with content because I just fall in love with it all over again. So if you wouldn't mind, I'm not the type of YouTuber to say, you know, this game is sponsored by, and please like and subscribe and hit the bell. I don't really care about any of that except maybe liking the video. Like and leave a comment on the video. It helps the algorithm a little bit, and it also shows me, which is the main thing, that you appreciate the time I put in on top of everything else into the YouTube-only content. Motivates me to see it, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on the castle drop strategy. And let me know if you want to see more of Song Song. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll see you next time.